A'udhu billahi minash shaytaan rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Let's begin. Is it recording? Okay. What if I told you the reason you're stuck isn't because you lack motivation, it's because you're in the wrong state? States aren't moods. They are your operating system. If you don't know how to shift your state, nothing you build will last. In this video, I will show you how to recognize, protect, and master your mental state. So, your goals stop collapsing every time life gets hard and life gets loud. Make sense? Let's begin then. So, today's agenda. What are we talking about? Introduction to states, the concept of states, dangers of collapsing states, the boxer analogy, state and goal pursuit, practical application, conclusion, mastering your state. Let's begin. Ready? Let's do this. Your state is not just your emotion. It's your entire internal operating condition, your mindset, emotional tone, energy, and level of clarity. Like how weather affects traffic, your state affects performance. States are dynamic and they shift based on your environment, habits, people, and your inner narrative. That's why mastering your state is mastering your success and access to power. If you're in the wrong state for the goal you're trying to achieve, you'll burn energy but go nowhere. Think of your state like the software that makes the hardware of your life run properly. That will then allow you to understand what we're talking about. The concept of states. States are like countries. Each has its own laws, emotions, and permissions. Some states allow joy, some states block productivity. And just like you can't drive the same way in every country, you can't approach every goal from the same internal state. For example, trying to create art form in a state of anxiety. It's like trying to write poetry in a war zone. States dictate not just your output, but your perception of possibility. You don't need to change your life. You need to change the state you're operating from. And everything will change on the outside. Make sense? Dangers of collapsing states. Collapsing states is like trying to run two apps at the same time, right? It takes up too much RAM. Your system will start lagging, you'll crash, you'll overheat. The same way, overstimulation, rapid switching between environments, and too many conflicting inputs create a jumbled internal space. Suddenly you feel lost, you forget what you wanted, your soul can't settle, you don't feel settled within yourself. This is why so many people feel exhausted but don't know why. They're trying to operate in multiple states simultaneously. Learning to recognize and exit corrupted states is key to clarity. Make sense? Now then, the boxer analogy. Imagine a fighter about to enter the ring. He cannot be in the same state he's in when hugging his kids, spending time with his friends, spending time with his family. He needs to switch into focus, intensity, and calculated aggression. That's why boxers go into training camps, to cultivate the right state. They already know how to fight, but it's to put them in this right state of mind. They isolate, no? They rehearse, they eat, think, and breathe the goal. Now think of your own life. What state does your goal require? Are you showing up to the battlefield dressed like you're going on a date? If your state doesn't match your mission, the mission fails. This is why success requires state control, not just ambition. You have to be in the right state of mind. Dress accordingly, speak accordingly. Right? Do things accordingly. So then it aligns you with the goal that you're trying to achieve. Make sense? State and goal pursuit. Every goal comes with a built-in state requirement. If you're trying to write, you need to calm your internal reality. You need clarity to operate from a place of understanding. If you're trying to negotiate, you need alertness and empathy. You don't bring a hammer to fix a software bug, and you don't bring fear into a state that requires boldness, you must first ask, what mental and emotional condition does this goal require from me? Then cut everything that breaks that state. Friends, environments, habits. Just block them off for a minute if you don't want to cut them off altogether. All must submit to the state you're cultivating, otherwise they become resistance. Just like if you're working, right, and your friend, he sees you in your work state. You're locked in, you're zoned in. It's not something that you should come out of. Now you're in work mode. You cannot go back to being normal and start acting all friendly. Does that make sense? So then that should give you some understanding in the way of state requirement, the state that you need to be in order for you to achieve. And if you drop your frequency, then your bodily vibration will change and will alter your state. So you've got to be very careful of your frequency and being around certain people, going to certain places, because if it drops your frequency, you must understand it's immensely difficult for you to get back into that frequency again. It's immensely difficult for you to log back in. If you're locked in, locked and loaded, stay locked and loaded, right? Just like you're doing some workout, poop, bicep curls, right? If you relax too much, if you rest too much, the very weight that you was curling, it becomes heavy. Does that make sense? So this is why you cannot stop. Keep the momentum going. Don't allow your state to break and collapse. Now then, how to apply this? Define the goal. Get very specific. If you don't know what you're cooking, then you cannot go out there and get the right groceries that you need for you to cook that meal. Identify the state required. Do you need to be calm? Do you need to stay focused? Do you need to be passionate, playful? What do you have to be? For example, you're a comedian. What state do you have to be in? You cannot be angry and aggressive, because the very thing that you're trying to do, it doesn't require you to be angry and aggressive. Does that make sense? So you have to understand the state that's required for you to achieve the goal that you're trying to achieve. Eliminate state breakers. Noise, fear, toxic people, multitasking, trying to do too many things at once. Not needed. Right? Females are very good at multitasking. You as a man, you're very linear. You have to focus on one thing. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to achieve. Curate your environment. Choose lighting, space, and schedule that supports that state. Just like go to the kitchen. Everything that's in the kitchen, it's curated in the sense that it supports the very thing that you're trying to cook. Right? The spices are in their designated places. The cutleries, the plates and the cups and everything is in order. Does that make sense? So that space is curated. So when you enter that space, you understand, okay, this is the kitchen. Okay, this is where the oven is. This is where the microwave is. This is where the cooker is. And these are the things that I use to make the very meal that I'm making. So it has to be understood. You can apply that same thing, same understanding in the way of anything that you're trying to achieve. And again, reinforce the state through rituals, music, your posture, your language. You don't have to listen to inappropriate music. This is why you see a lot of people, when they're depressed, when they're sad, when they're angry, they listen to music that helps them in tune with that state, even at a more deeper level. Right? It amplifies the music. When you listen to music and you're depressed and you're sad and you're angry, let's say, because again, there's all types of music out there. Whatever state that you're in emotionally, that music will allow you to in-tune yourself with that state at a deeper level, connect with that state at a deeper level. So reinforcing the state, knowing the state that's needed for you to be in. What are the things that you have to do? How's that you have to act? How's that you have to talk? How's that you have to behave? How's that you have to dress? So you also have to linguistically train yourself. Now, states are fragile at first, but with time and repetition, they become your default. That's the goal. Not to chase the goal, but to build the state that automatically attracts the result. Right? If you're someone, if you get used to locking in, in and out, you just know how to enter that state. Does that make sense? And Next slide. So then, mastering your state. You don't have a discipline problem. You have a state confusion problem. The real work is not just about vision boards and time blocks. It's about becoming the kind of person who can hold the state required to walk that path. What does it mean to walk the walk and talk the talk? When you're walking a path, you're already talking the talk. When you're walking a path, you're already talking the talk. As a result of you opening your mouth, the very path that you're walking, your tongue will reveal itself. Right? That this is the path that you're walking on. So this is what people don't understand when they say, oh, if you're walking the walk, then you must talk the talk, or you can't walk the walk, or you can't talk the talk. They don't understand the deeper reality, deeper hijack behind it. There's no such way for you to make up the talk. You won't resonate with people. You can make it up. You can come on the internet, fake it. People that don't know about it, maybe they'll be fascinated by it. But in reality, real recognizes real. You cannot walk the walk and talk the talk. You have to walk the walk. If you're walking the walk, as a result of you opening your mouth, people they'll know. You will speak from a place of clarity. You'll speak from a place of understanding. It's as if you're speaking from experience, and you'll resonate and stick with people, stick to people. And it's more sticky when you speak from experience. So this is why mastering your state is the difference between being pulled by distraction and being pulled by destiny. Don't treat your state like a background setting. It's the root code of your reality. Protect it, cultivate it, return to it again and again. Even if you fall off your horse, get back on it. Start riding again. Just like trying to ride a bike, for example. The bike won't allow you to ride it from the get-go, right? You jump on it, trying to balance yourself, you fall off. Jump on it again, trying to balance yourself, you fall off. Jump on it again, you fall off. Jump on it again, yes, you're riding it, you fall off again. So it's practice, and the next thing you know, boom. You just know how to ride your bike. But at the beginning, it's very scary, right? But at the same time, it's very thrilling. Because it's something that you haven't mastered yet. And it's something that you're yet to learn. That, it's a bike. I'm learning to control this bike. When I jump on it, this bike is not allowing me to ride it. Because I don't know how to balance myself. Right? It keeps wobbling, going from left to right. So when you learn to balance yourself, right? And you know how to ride it. Whatever your goal is, whatever your vision is. Right? Your state will get stronger. Until your state is stronger than your circumstances, don't give in, don't give up, right? Your state has to get so strong, your internal state, that it collapses all the outside distractions that's coming in your way. Make sense? Thank you for listening. May Allah bless you and may Allah forgive me. Ameen.